Going to start this thing off, and then we're going to have a killer stinking day, all right? All right, let me go. There we go, and I think we're up. Good morning, welcome to Dan Cummins, a Chevrolet and Buick here in Paris, Kentucky. My name is Glenn Lundy. Today in our sales meeting, we are going to dive a little bit into the great Muhammad Ali. We're going to dive into greatness. We're going to understand a little bit about what he did and what we're doing here at dancummins.com. So it's going to be a massive, incredible, phenomenal, fantastic Saturday. I'm glad you're a part of it. Go ahead and share the feed. Let's get everybody in here and let's kick this incredible day off. Thank you, Dan Cummins. Let's go. Okay, is it working? Is it up? Did we see it? Okay, good. All right, I never know. Sometimes you can't see. Okay, cool. You guys are killing it. Let's just start right there. We got 336 cars sold right now. I'm seeing lots of green on the board. I love it over there. Who's that at the top? John Hinkson with 21. Where's he at? John Hinkson, where you at? He's downstairs selling a car. John Hinkson, 21 cars. Today is March 10th, boys and girls, March 10th. We have 27 business days here in March. This is only our second of 5 weekends. We've got 5 weekends this month. This is only the second weekend of 5. So think about where you're at right now and think about where you can be here in just another, we still got 17, 18 days or something like that. Feels like we're late into the month. We're barely into the month. So you guys are killing it. You're crushing it. We've got 7 Buicks. We've got 14 leases. We've got all kinds of new cars. You guys are doing everything that we're asking you to do, and I truly appreciate you for it. So we want to start there. Now, I would like to also point out that on top of doing all of these phenomenal things, you guys are getting some awesome reviews. So right here we've got Angie Boland says, I purchased a 2017 Nissan Maxima today and could not have been more pleased and impressed with the staff at Dan Cummins. I first spoke with Sam Cox once I found my vehicle online a few days ago. Sam listened to my concerns and was very informative. Is that Sam Cox? Listened and informative. I love it. All right. Sam's been doing great lately, hasn't he? Let's give Sam a round of applause, man. I mean, we put some additional responsibilities and whatnot on Sam, and he is just taking it like an absolute champion. So I really appreciate it. He then put me in contact with Amber and Julia, who were also very helpful and continued to update me on the progress of my financing each step of the way. After being pre-approved, I was asked to text Terrence once I arrived with my trade today. He met me right away and had the keys ready so we could go for a test drive. As to be expected with any auto purchase, there was some wait time after that. Terrence was very attentive the whole time. Not one time did he use the typical sales guy pressure tactics that I'm used to. This was a relief and made the experience much better than I had anticipated. He was very knowledgeable, informative, and listened. Thanks, Terrence, and all of you for making this experience so easy. I recommend anyone looking to purchase a new or used vehicle to check out Dan Cummins first and be sure to ask for Terrence. My goodness. Wow. Hey, okay. All right, get a little live spot. That's at Terrence Butler, Terrence_Butler. Right? No. All right, that's phenomenal, man. That's a phenomenal review for all of you guys. Seriously, Julia and Amber. I mean, that's the whole package. That's the whole deal. That's what it's supposed to look like from front to back. So incredible job. Felicia Baker, Miles Goff really came through for my husband and I. We went in wanting a curtain payment. What? We went in wanting a curtain payment with an upside-down trade-in. He worked hard and eventually got our payment within $60, so we took the deal and now own our very first brand new 2018 Chevy Silverado. Nice job, Miles Goff. Just a 5-star, Kenneth Contrell, appreciate that. And that's for Nicholas Beal, right? 5-star. 5-star from Trevor Robertson. I think that's good. We had those two. That one review at the top was awesome. Second review, really, really, really good. Do we have one more decent one with some text? There we go, right there. I would recommend Dan Cummins to anyone that is looking for a new or used car. They were very friendly and welcoming, and our salesman, Chuck Miller, was great. We drove 2 hours, and it was well worth it. Thanks, Dan Cummins and their staff, for my new ride, Chuck Miller. My man. So that's what I'm talking about. You guys are putting up massive numbers, and you're also doing it the right way. You're delivering an over-the-top experience. So talk about people that were over the top. We're going to dive a little bit into this guy right here, Muhammad Ali. Raise your hand if you heard of Muhammad Ali. All right, Muhammad Ali, I had something happen yesterday that was very interesting. I posted a poll. I posted a poll in the Rise and Grind group, and I put in the poll, who is the most, out of these 5 people, who do you find the most inspirational? And I put Oprah Winfrey, Albert Einstein, Steve Jobs, Bill Gates, and Muhammad Ali. Landslide, Muhammad Ali. Everybody said he was the most inspirational person out of those 5 people, which that's a massive list, right? These are world changers, billionaires. I mean, a massive list. They said this guy was the most inspirational out of those 5. So I was kind of floored by that. And first I thought, well, you know, I am in Kentucky, right? Right? And maybe it's a Kentucky thing. But if you actually look at the Rise and Grind group, it's nationwide. Like most of our orders and stuff have been from out of state. It's not just a Kentucky group. But this guy was able to make an impact. What are you working on there, Terrence? You're distracting me.
I'm just learning. I don't use Facebook.
See, now he wants to share because we did his review. See? That's what happened. He didn't want to share before. Now he's like, hold up. Let me. Okay, all right. Well, we can share it again here in a minute, okay? We'll get one of the younger people to help you. Okay, so this guy, I mean, worldwide impact, right? A boxer, right? An African-American boxer on top of that, back in the, this is back in the early 60s. So we've got this guy, inspirational. I thought we should dive into it a little bit and dissect it. And so I asked people not only to tell me who they thought was the most inspirational, but kind of why they thought he was the most inspirational. And I got some great feedback. I'm going to share that with you guys today. So first things first. Ooh, that was fancy. You didn't see it. I wasn't expecting that either. I like this template. Okay, let's figure out who we're talking about real quick, just in case you don't know the Muhammad Ali story, okay? So Muhammad Ali won 91% of his fights in his career, okay? 91%. He had 61 fights. He won 56 of those. 37 of these were KOs. Now, I watched a bunch of Muhammad Ali's fights these last couple days because I knew we were going to talk about him here today. So I wanted to, like, embody a little bit of Muhammad Ali. You couldn't hit that guy. You couldn't hit that guy. He was so stinking fast, man. He was just, it was unbelievable. It was like watching an alien in the ring, right? Just the greatness that was in him was unbelievable. So he won 91% of his fights. Now, at 18 years old, that's how old Muhammad Ali was when he won his very first gold medal in Rome, okay? He was 18. At 22, he won his first heavyweight title. At 24 years old, they told him that he had to go fight in the war in Vietnam, and he said no. That right there is pretty powerful. Think about that. The government says you have to do this, and he's like, no, I'm not going to do it. So they stripped all his titles, and there was a big battle. He got sentenced to 5 years in jail, which he did not serve the 5 years in jail, and he had some fines, but it became, he basically changed the world. He stood up and said, no, I'm not going to do this. This is who I am. I'm not who you want me to be. I'm not going to be who you want me to be. This is me. I'm Muhammad Ali. This is what I believe in, and I'm going to stand for it. And he was willing to sacrifice it all. He was willing to lose it all. He did lose it all, actually, for a period of time. Wasn't able to fight for 4 years. Wasn't able to fight at all. Could you imagine being a professional athlete and not being able to compete for 4 years, right? What's that do to your body? What's that do to your mental? And then to be able to get back in the ring and still keep kicking people's butt. Incredible, right? So refused to be in the war. At 28 years old, he gets back in the ring. At 35 years old, he fought his very, very, very last fight with this epic career and made this epic impact on the planet. Now, raise your hand if you are between the ages of 18 and 35. Okay. All right. That's about 70% of our staff is between the ages of 18 and 35. And I want to dive into that fact a little bit more here in just a minute. But before I do, we're going to run a quick little video so you have a little bit better understanding of this guy, Mr. Muhammad Ali.
He would come to the gym, and so he can get a ride to the gym. He didn't have no car. He would run. He would run across the causeway.
Muhammad Ali, one of my great heroes, had a great line in the 70s when he was asked, how many sit-ups do you do? He said, I don't count my sit-ups. I only start counting when it starts hurting. When I feel pain, that's when I start counting, because that's when it really counts. That's what makes you a champion.
Jerry, I'm the greatest fighter that ever stepped foot in the ring. Money will be lost that night. This will be the biggest upset
I think you're a big bag of wind. Damnedest showman that ever lived, and you ain't kidding anybody.
The odds are 7-1. It's very big odds for a heavyweight championship fight.
It has to be listed. Listed is much better function.
Well, all these big mouth people talking about I told you what? Well, I want all of them to be there. I'm going to shut up all of his mouth. Not my name no more.
You want to keep calling me a white man's name? I'm not white.
He beat the hell out of those who didn't want to use his name.
Mr. Muhammad Ali has just refused to be inducted into the United States Armed Forces.
I'm just about broke. I'm not allowed to work here now in America.
I'm going to fight, not for me, but to uplift my little brother still sleeping in concrete floors today in America.
It's a wonderful.
I'm going to float like a butterfly and sting like a bee. George can hit what his eyes can see. All these children going to bow when I look him. All of you, I know you got him. I know you got him, Dick. But the man's in trouble. I'm going to show you how great I am.
Left him, I done everything. Beat him up. Basically, for about 5 or 6 rounds. I thought it was easy. Then about the 6th round, he whispered in my ear after I hit him in the side. That all you got, George?
Who's going to stop me? Well, ain't nobody going to stop me. I must be the greatest. I took up the world. I took up the world. I told you, all of my critics, that I was the greatest of all time.
He was courageous and loves to take risks when comes living the life.
When you were a kid, you always bet certain fellas, I'm gonna be champion one day, and when I'm champion, I'm gonna come back and show you I'm wrong. Another said, guys, I'm gonna be a great doctor one day, and I'm gonna be a dentist, I'm gonna be a great scientist, I'm gonna be a president of the country. And but very few people actually are able to make good of the boats and come home and say, I told you.
Awesome. How many agree with that last statement? He will be missed, won't he? Oh. Now, obviously, he continued on after, the age of 35. He continued to make a difference. He was a, humanitarian and, just did a lot of things on this planet to make an impact. But I think it's really impressive that between the ages of 18 and 35 is really, that's where his career was. That's where he made the biggest impact, is when he was your age. The age of you guys in this room. So on the poll, I also asked people to tell me, why? Why do you think, why would you consider Muhammad Ali to be the most inspirational out of all of these people? And these were the comments that I kind of got back from everybody. The first and foremost was that he was a winner. Just plain and simple. The guy won, right? 91% of his freaking fights, he won. We all love winners. Nobody wants to hang out with a loser. Nobody wants to follow some guy that's losing. Nobody wants to be around losers, right? We want to be around winners. That was the first and foremost. They said he was a winner. They loved the fact that he fought against what he didn't believe, and he fought for what he did believe. Stood up and fought against the government. He fought against the United States of America for what he believed in at 24 years old. Okay? At 24 years old. He stood up for what he believed in. He fought against the things that he didn't believe in. He went publicly and said, why are you going to use my white name? I'm not white. He wasn't scared. He was himself. He knew that he was one of the greatest. Willing to sacrifice it all. Put it all on the line. Left it all in the ring. Every single fight, every single battle, he was willing to sacrifice everything, right? Willing to go to jail for what he believed in. Just absolutely willing to sacrifice it all. He had an impact on each person he met. I had many people put in there in the comments that they met Muhammad Ali. He made them feel special. He made them feel important. He made them feel like they were the only one. He made an impact on each person he met and ultimately made an impact on the globe, right? Made an impact on the entire planet just by paying attention to people, by dialing in and making each person feel like he had an impact in their life. I was talking to one guy, I don't remember what that guy's name was, but I was talking to him and he just said it was so special being around Muhammad Ali. It was just incredibly special. It was like you felt more. You felt like you were something when you were around him. That's how this guy made you feel. And he was able to he could be in a crowd of 10,000 people and make all 10,000 of them feel that way. Powerful stuff. The last thing most people said was that they loved the fact that he believed in himself. What did he always say? What was his famous saying? I am the greatest, right? Full-on belief in himself. He made the claims boldly. I am the greatest, period. He told everybody that. He wasn't afraid to tell people that. He didn't have people say, hey, man, you're too cocky. You probably shouldn't say that. Whatever, dude. I'm the greatest, period. Like it or not, I'm the greatest. He made the claims boldly, and then he spent every minute of his life trying to back those things up. He had to prove it, right? I mean, if you're going to believe you're the greatest, and you're going to go out there and tell everybody on the planet that you're the greatest, then you got to spend every ounce of energy, every minute of every day backing up those claims. Otherwise, you look like a fool, right? Look like an idiot. And that's what they found inspiring about Muhammad Ali. So here's my question to you. All of you, especially you guys that can connect with this guy, right? You're between 18 and 35 years old right now. You're wanting to make a difference on this planet. I want to know, does your circle look like this? Is this what your circle looks like, or does it look more like... Oh, hold on, maybe... Yeah, it's on. Or does it look a little more like this? I wish I could click back and forth. Maybe I should be my clicker. Or does it look more like this? Because this is what I tend to do sometimes in my own life. And I know that some of you guys go through this in your own lives. I know that sometimes, instead of considering ourselves winners, sometimes we think of ourselves as just average. I'm average. I can sell 20, 21 cars. John's the guy that sells 40. I'm not that guy. I'm just average. I can't really make a change. I don't really make that much of a difference. I can't go stand up and fight against something that I believe in or that I don't believe in. I can't stand up and fight. Someone else can do that. We'll just let somebody else step in and do that. I can give some things up. I'll make some sacrifices, like, okay, fine. I won't go out Friday night, but I'm going out Thursday night. I'll make some sacrifices, but not all. And as far as I need my other slide. I need to go back. Go back real quick, because will they remember me doesn't trigger what I wanted to trigger. Okay, impact on each person he met. Okay, now you can go back to the other side. Muhammad Ali would make an impact on each person he met, whereas sometimes we might have our customers leave here at Dan Cummins and we're thinking, hey, will they remember me? How many of you have had a customer in here that you worked with a week ago and you saw them back in here like 6 days later, they're working with somebody else? Didn't ask for you. Why didn't you ask for me? Well, they didn't remember you. You didn't make an impact on their lives. You didn't make them feel special. You didn't make them feel important. They're not going to come ask for you. Some of them are going to come specifically not ask for you. They're going to ask, like, can I get anybody but him? I've had that happen. Have you ever had that happen? I know you have. And a lot of us are unsure. This one up here in the top left corner. We're just unsure. Sometimes we believe in ourselves. Sometimes we might make some claims. Yeah, I got this. Yeah, I'm good. I can do it. Sometimes we're there. A lot of times we're unsure. And as far as going out of our way to prove that we are the greatest every single day, every minute of every day, that's a lot to ask, right? That's a lot to ask. This is what I think most people's thing looks like that he just took away, but that's okay. I know I feel these things sometimes. Other times I feel like Ali, right? You know those mornings you just feel bad to the bone? You're just the greatest. You feel it. You're above average. You know you can conquer the world. I have those days. I have some days like this. So now let's go to this next slide real quick. All right. This is Dan Cummins Chevrolet and Buick, okay? Now we've talked about our numbers before. You guys know some of our numbers. But I want to break down. This is the last 6 years, okay? This is the last 6 years at Dan Cummins Chevrolet and Buick. In 2012, we sold 3,317 cars, which was a big jump from 2011, by the way. Okay? But in 2012, 3,317 cars. In 2013, we sold 4,120 cars. Pretty big jump, right? 800 car jump. In 2014, we sold 6,129 cars. And that was an awesome year. For those of you guys that weren't here, that was fun. That was fun when we went on the road to 6,000. We sold 6,000 cars. That was a great time. Which year were you in detail, Evan, by the way? 2012? Yeah, Evan was in detail back then, by the way. 2015, and by the way, goal here was 6,000 cars. We sold 6,129. Our goal here was quietly 7,500, right, Sam? We didn't like boldly claim it just because we didn't want to focus on just a number. We wanted to fix some processes, but the goal was 7,500. We hit 7,509 in 2015. In 2016, we jumped 2,000 cars. We went from 7,509 to 9,447. What was the goal in 16? It was 10,000. Did we hit it? We didn't. What happened the next year? We went up 300 cars. We only went up 300 cars. Here we went up 800. Here we went up 2,000. Here we went up 1,500. Here we went up 2,000. Here we went up 300 cars. Now, Sam, what did I tell you in that year when we were shooting for 10,000? What did I tell you would happen if we didn't hit it? Yeah, you do. He didn't want to say. I told Sam that whole year, if we don't hit 10,000, buddy, then all of a sudden we become the team that doesn't hit our goals. We become the team that's not winning. And when a team's not winning and a team's not hitting their goals, this is what comes out. Now, we can make a million excuses for why this happened. Believe me, I have. I spent many a month figuring out why we didn't have a huge increase in sales. And I've got a million excuses. We could spend all day. I could tell you why it happened. But the reality of it is, the reason we sold 9747 is we didn't sell 10,000 cars right here. We set a goal and we didn't hit it. We set a goal and we didn't believe it. We set a goal and we didn't give every ounce of energy humanly possible to get there. And at that point, we said, okay, well, maybe we're not the greatest. Maybe we're average. Maybe we can't make the sacrifices. Maybe we can't get there. That was the mindset. So here today, let me look at my next slide real quick. Yeah. So here today, here's what I want you to understand something. Okay? Since 2011, we've had a 600% increase in sales in this store. Ever since Josh and Dusty bought the store, 2011, January 11th, 600% increase in sales. We have sold 44,249 cars since those guys took over the store. 44,000 cars, dude. Isn't that crazy? Our new cars, we sold 352 new cars in 2011 for the year. We sold 3,082 new cars last year for the year. Here's my point. This place right here, we are the greatest. We are absolutely, hands down, unequivocally the greatest. Yes, sir. We cannot be beat. There is nobody out there that does this. Nobody. And it is time for us to lick our wounds, lick our little wounds from when we didn't hit our 10,000 goal. It's time to lick our wounds, and we need to go back to that slide. Go back to that slide with Muhammad Ali. We need to go back to this guy right here. I need everyone in this room to be this guy right here. I need you guys, when you walk out of here, when you walk out of this meeting today, don't all go to the bathroom at the same time because that'd be weird, but I need you to go to the bathroom and look in the mirror. And I need you to understand that you work for the greatest dealership in the country, which makes you what? The greatest. Period. I don't have to keep you in here. There's people begging for your jobs every single day. This is the team I chose. This is the team I want. You guys are the greatest in the country, period. I need you to believe it. I need you to understand it. I need you to proclaim it. I need you to put it out there. Let these people know when you're with them today. You are at the greatest dealership in the country, and you are dealing with the greatest salesperson on the planet. Boldly make that claim. Oh, well, you need to be you should be humble and you shouldn't tell people that you're the greatest. Stop it. Stop it. Who do you want to buy from? I want to buy from the greatest every single time. My poll proved it yesterday. Oprah's nice. Bill Gates got a lot of money. Steve Jobs gave you your iPhone. Albert Einstein invented damn near everything. But who's the most inspiring person out of the list? Muhammad Ali. The guy who went out there and said, I am the greatest. And then he spent every minute of every single day backing it up. Every minute of every day proving to the world that he was the greatest on the planet. Willing to make every sacrifice. That's what I need out of you guys. We will sell 1,000 cars this month. That's the goal. That's what we have to hit. No days off. We can't take days off. We can't sell 20. We can't sell 25. It's 35, 45, 55, 65, 75. That's how we do it. Every day. Every day. I'm ready. I know I am the greatest. This is what I do best. Nobody can do it better than me. I pick the most talented individuals on the planet, and I surround myself with them so that we can achieve greatness, period. That's what I do. That's who you are. Go look in the mirror, quit all this average junk, get rid of the non-belief stuff. Whoever you thought you were when you walked into this meeting, throw them away. It's not who you are. You're the greatest. Hands down the greatest. Believe it. Proclaim it. Let everyone know. Let everyone know. And then do everything in your power to back it up. Are you with me? If you're with me, stand up and let's let everybody know who we are. Guys, I am on a mission to eradicate the negative stigmas associated with the car business. I can do this by making people feel special, feel important, and feel like they're the only one.